Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Waldhart and you are here with amandasinspirationstation.com, and today is day 6 of our 14 days of sweet treats. We only have today and tomorrow left of the sweet strawberry bundle, so I'm really excited to show you the last couple of projects using this bundle. And this bundle is found on page 44 of your January through June catalog. And I actually wanted to point this out because today, for the last couple of projects, we've actually been using a lot of the Berry Delightful Designer Series paper, which is part of the celebration item with the berry blessings. But we are not going to use that designer series paper today because I want to show you how I love Stampin' Up! For many reasons, and I could go on and on and on. But one of the reasons why I love them is because I love all the samples that they place in all of their catalogs, their brochures, everything. They really do give you an opportunity to case these, create, inspire, share. And on this page, when I first saw it, this particular box stuck out to me. I really loved all of the colors. It was Coastal Cabana. It was cider, cinnamon cider. It had melon mambo. I just loved the colors. So my box today was definitely inspired by this little mini pizza box. Now I did not use the pizza box. I'm actually using the box on page 11, which is right here. And this box is called Love You Always Treat Box. I like these. These are super cute. So this is the box that I chose to do my thing today. So here is my project. These are like a little slider box. And inside my box, I have these little individually packed strawberry muffins. They are so cute. And I'm going to show you. I got these muffins at the Dollar Tree. And they're just strawberry filled little muffins. There's 5 of them in there. So for $1, you could make up 5 of these little treat boxes. Well, of course you have to purchase the boxes, but to make these up, I mean, your treats are 5 of them for $1. That's an awesome gift. And who says that you can't send your kids with this as their Valentine treat? You could make this hearts instead of strawberries or leave it strawberries. Super cute. And I'm sure kids love muffins just as much as they love candy. I know my daughters love muffins. It's one of their favorite things to make. Okay, so I did change up my box, obviously, a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So you definitely need one of these boxes, which I'm going to show you how to put together. I will tell you, the first time I put it together, it took me a while to figure it out because I kept wanting to do it a certain way, and I was like, that's not right. There's no top to it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And then you're going to need a couple pieces of cardstock here. You're going to need your Coastal Cabana, and this measures at 4 by 2.5. I chose to use crumb cake instead of cinnamon cider, and this also is 4, but it's by 1 1/4. And I'm going to show you something cool that we're going to do on that. Then I picked out the Pool Party sheer ribbon. So we need some of that. We need some basic white or whisper white, whatever you have, because we're going to stamp a couple strawberries on that. And then we needed some scrap pieces. We needed Granny Apple Green and Melon Mambo. These colors are so right up my alley. I love these colors. All right, and then for some embellishments, on the backs of the flowers, a couple of them, I actually used some of the Coastal Cabana resin dots, and this is from the Playing with Patterns. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to grab my simple score tool because, believe it or not, we are still going to use that today, but not on anything that you think we're going to do. So let's start with this piece of crumb cake here because this is what we're going to need the simple score tool for. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to get this. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I wanted to add a little texture to my crumb cake. So all I did was take my little piece of crumb cake here, took my simple score tool, and just on probably about 1/4 of an inch. So I took 1/4, then I went to 1/2, then I went to 3/4 of an inch, and then I went on the 1, and then I went on the 1 1/4. So we're just doing it 1/4 of an inch, the 1/2, the 3/4, and then the 2. So every 1/4 of an inch, basically, I am just scoring it. I'm just giving it a little texture. That's all I'm doing. I'm literally just giving it some texture. So we're gonna go all the way across our piece here. And one more. There we go. So that's all I did with that, is I gave it some lines. But now this is indented on this side, but it's popped up on this side. This is the side that I'm going to have up. So what I'm doing is I'm just creating some texture with it. So let's go ahead and let's put our box together first, because, well, that's always interesting. All right, so first of all, you're definitely going to want to fold your box on the score lines. And this is a nice, strong, heavy-duty box, so you definitely want to do that. Basically, what you're going to do is, obviously, this part here with the little tab is, you think is the top, but it's not, because this is a slider box, okay? So I'm going to take this muffin out for a second. This is just a slider box. So I kept looking at this thinking, okay, this is the top, but it's not. See how there's a little groove right here? And then there's a little notch right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in like this, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to fold this piece down that I thought was like the top. It's not the top. This is where the first time I did this, I got a little confused. And we're just going to fold this in because we want that notch to go together. So basically, we're just folding this in. So I'm going to do it one more time. So you've got your little tabs here. You're going to pull up these tabs here because these are the inside. And see how I'm creating this? I'm going to bend this down. I'm going to bend this down. So we're bending them both down. And this piece right here is the base of our box. Okay, so we're just going like that. Now I'm just going to kind of turn it here like this. We're going to do the same thing on each side. So I'm going to bring up this side and I'm going to go like this and I'm going to press up against it like that. Going to do the same thing on this side and press up against it like that. There, that is your box. It took me a while to figure that out the first time. I don't know if it took you a while. I'm sure there are many of you who are way smarter than me when it comes to things like that. I find sometimes the simplest things I turn into the hardest things. And that's just what I do sometimes. All right, so these little muffins fit perfectly in our little box. So cute. And then this is the top part here. This is already put together. So basically what you're doing is you're just opening this up and now pressing it on the other side so that you're just kind of opening up those score lines. And then you're literally just going to slide that in. Just like that. All right. So now we have our box put together. Now let's decorate it. So I have my piece of Coastal Cabana and I am going to randomly stamp. And there's 2 flowers. So there's 2 flowers here of the outer line and then 2 flowers for the inner line. I did not use the inner line and I only used the small flower. So I'm going to get out this. I literally just randomly placed some flowers all over my piece here. And we'll just do it like that and maybe one in the corner. There we go. That's all I did randomly. So So we're going to get that out of the way because now we're done with the flower piece. Now, before we put this on our box and we put this across our box, we want to wrap our ribbon. So I have 2 ribbons. I have a shorter piece and a longer piece. I did not measure these. My shorter piece, I just wanted to make sure that it was long enough to wrap around this piece of crumb cake. So I'm literally going to put some adhesive on both sides here, and then I'm going to kind of put a strip in the middle, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around like this, like that. Okay. Now I'm going to place this on the center here, like that, and that's what we're going to do. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some of these little resin dots here, and I'm going to just use the smaller ones, and I'm only going to put them in areas where I see the entire, or for the most part, the full flower. Didn't know what I was trying to say there. There we go. So I'm just putting a couple. If you wanted one there, you could, but I'm going to put my ribbon right there, so you're not really probably going to see it, but maybe. So let's go ahead and do our ribbon. We're going to pull out this bow maker, and I'm just going to wrap my ribbon around the back, and I'm going to cross it. The top piece now is going to go under and through the pegs. So now it's on the back, just like this. And now it's going to go over and through the pegs. So under and over through the pegs. And then I'm just going to cross it like I'm tying a knot. And that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm tying a knot. And then we have this cute little bow. I'm going to attach it with, and this bow is a little bit smaller than my other bow, but that's okay. I'm just going to attach it there with a glue dot, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snip those off because we don't need those. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to attach this onto our box. And then what we'll have left is our strawberries. So I'm just going to attach this to the box, just like that. All right, so there's our box so far. Now we need to do our strawberries and our leaves. So let's go ahead and do our strawberries first. And remember, I'm going to stamp our strawberries upside down so that when I bring this through like this, I can literally just punch it, punch it, punch it. So I am going to need 2 strawberries for each. Now, one of these strawberries is we're stamping Melon Mambo on Melon Mambo cardstock. So we do not need to do the fill-in stamp. This is the fill-in stamp. We just need to do the outer line. And then we're going to stamp 2 on the white because I'm trying to give it a different look. So we're going to do 1, 2, and then we're going to do 1, 2, just like that. Now, I want to fill in on the white, but I am going to stamp off. So let me get a piece of, like, I have, this is my grid paper from my Stamparatus. So I'm going to stamp off because I don't want it as dark. So I want it lighter. So I'm going to stamp off just like that. Okay. So now we're actually done with that part. And now we need our Granny Apple Green. Oh, these 3 colors, Coastal Cabana, Granny Apple Green, and Melon Mambo. Oh my gosh. I seriously think they're one of my absolute all-time favorite of all time, literally, color combos. All right, so I'm going to stamp one at a time with this one, and then I'm going to punch. And the reason being is because I'm going to end up wasting a lot of my paper here, and I don't mean to, But unfortunately, that's kind of how it's going to happen. But I will tell you, I have so many scraps in my bin that it's okay. I'm using up my scraps because these are definitely part of the scraps. All right, so I did that piece. Now I need to do some leaves. I'm going to do 2 leaves that are like this. And hopefully I have enough, otherwise I'll grab another scrap. So I need 2 leaves that I'm stamping first. Yep, I might actually have to grab another scrap, and that's okay. So 2 leaves that I'm doing this first with. And let me kind of line that up because my piece of paper is a little short. Ooh, come on. Come on. Well, see, this is why I don't normally like it when my piece of paper is short. Ooh, and then I almost stamped. You know what? I'm going to try one more time. Okay, there we go. All right, now we need one that's just plain. We're not going to stamp on this one, so I am going to grab another piece of Granny Apple Green scrap. Granny Apple Green scrap, and we're just going to punch out one. And to be honest with you, now that I think about it, I've been telling you guys this all week. Be interesting to see if I have one of those in my little bin. Let's see. Yes, I did. I had one right there in my little bin. See, I could have used that instead of grabbing another scrap. But that's okay. Totally fine. All right. So now for this one right here, we want to stamp the Just For You. And I am going to stamp this in Granny Apple Green. I'm doing kind of like the tone on tone. So there's that. All right, so we have all of our stamping per se done. Now I need to punch out our strawberries. So let's go and let's punch out those. There's one. There's 2. And then let's do these ones. That strawberry is getting cut off. All right, we're going to do something different here. That one's not. But because this strawberry got cut off, I want to redo it. I don't want to cut off strawberries. So let's see if I can. If not, I may have to get another scrap. There we go. All right, so there's that. Okay. There, now we have all of those. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to fold one of these strawberries. So let's take one of each of them first, and we're going to place them on how we want them on our box using a dimensional, because of course I do everything with dimensionals. But we already know that, don't we? All right, so let's pop those up. And I'm going to place my one strawberry right there. And then I'm going to do my other one right there. All right. Now, our tops of our strawberries, we're not going to do it on this strawberry. We're going to do it on the other strawberry. Now, these ones here are going to go in flat. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to place some adhesive from my Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to tuck that one this way. I'm going to tuck this one this way. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to tuck this one under here like this. And that's the one that says Just For You. So we're going to do it like that. All right. With these, the way I do this is I usually just hold it like this and take my 2 index fingers. My thumb is underneath, my thumbs are underneath it, and my middle finger is underneath it. And I'm just kind of propping it. And then basically I'm just kind of curling it, kind of like a taco here, until I can fold it. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my bone folder to give it a little bit of a fold here. And because we want that, we want to give it like a 3D look. So we're going to do the exact same thing. So place your thumbs underneath it, your middle finger underneath it, and your index finger on the top to create that little taco. And we're going to do it like that. All right, so now we need our mini glue dots because we're going to place the stem up there. Place the other stem up there. Although, did I get that on? Yep. Okay. Now we can go ahead and we can bend this a little bit more at the top with our stem there too. I mean, I suppose you could have done it with the stem on it first, but all right. Now what I'm going to do is how I'm going to attach this is I'm literally going to do a little of this multi-adhesive glue, and I'm just going to do up the center of both of them. You could use tear and tape, but I don't want to see tear and tape on the side of that. So that's where I'm going to use the glue. And dot, dot, not a lot. I learned that in school. So we're just going to kind of, I'm literally going to hold up the flaps like this and use my bone folder just to kind of hold it in place for just like a second or so. It's no different than when we do our boxes and we just pinch for a couple minutes just to get that to stay. That's all we're doing. All right, so we're going to hold that there, just giving it a minute. Again, because if we got it on crooked, using the multi liquid glue, it would give us more time to play with it to get it back to where it would be straight. There. All right, you guys, what do you think about that? My bow is like curling up and I don't like that, but yeah, it's all right. All right, so there is our cute little strawberry muffin box. How cute is that? So we just did this, slide it open, and there is our cute little muffin. I hope you guys liked this project today. I thought it was super cute. Again, I love this sweet strawberry set. This was the very first thing I knew I was going to purchase. And I made these things. We were allowed to purchase this stuff in December. This went live in January, and I had all of these projects already made in December because I love them. I love them all. So if you want to purchase any of these projects, especially these cute, adorable boxes that you could do anything with, and you want to shop online, just go to amandasinspirationstation.com. You can click shop now at the top. Or if you are on my YouTube channel, off to the right side, there is a little orange flower. If you click that, it takes you right to my blog as well. But in the description, it takes you there too. And thank you so much for watching today's video. And tomorrow is the last day of the sweet strawberry, which means tomorrow we'll also have the full PDF tutorial for sale in my PDF store at amandasinspirationstation.com. So that will have all 7 projects, pictures, supplies, measurements, and instructions. Plus, obviously, you'll have these videos to always go back to. So I will see you guys tomorrow for day 7 of Sweet Strawberry, 14 Days of Sweet Treats. Thanks. Bye.